This is an Audio Wool original.
Howdy, folks. It is Casual Frightday. My name is Byron, and tonight we return to the Eternal City to check in on our most recent popes and some bad tourists. We've got serial killers, suicide pods, and firing squads, an illegal search of a raccoon, another gooner cop, a differently disturbing death industry story, and what the alleged, only one so far, King Road killer was Googling, and some selfies he was snapping, a little bit more. And to go through all of that with me, other than yourselves, from Occupied Texas, it's Jared.
Howdy, y'all.
Hey, King, how's it going?
You know, pretty good. How are you?
I am doing well. A long week, tired week, but get to sleep. And I guess we're starting late, too. I get to sleep tomorrow. Sleep's going to be fun.
It's
but
very late.
A lot going on in the world, it seems. And
a lot of gooning on, I heard from you earlier, just a moment ago.
There's a little bit of gooning going on. We're going to talk about that. But exciting news, man. It didn't take long. They found a new pope, right?
Hey, that was really cool. Yeah, I went on for, like a couple hours. Those guys were like, let's get out of here.
Let's fucking figure this out. I'm sick of...
Place fucking stinks.
Well, it's like the world already got over the death of the former pope, whose name I can't remember, right? Francis. Francis. I do have a scoop about what he's been up to. We watched the funeral 2 weeks ago live. I guess.
Oh, no shit.
That was kind of cool.
That's right.
But we got a big update. This is some footage after his death. Here.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Let's make sure.
Oh, my God.
You see that?
Are you kidding me? Look at that guy's big old head, dude.
There's Amy Winehouse right there.
Wow.
Robin Williams. Giving a hug to Robin Williams.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. There he is.
People who...
Paul Walker.
Is he forgiving him, or...
Is he forgiving him for what? Wrapping his car around a tree? Light pole, pardon me.
The children.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
The teens.
Wait, what did Paul Walker do? Oh, no.
Teens.
I don't know what you're saying.
What did he do?
Yeah.
Byron? Teens.
He did teens?
Yeah.
This is a terrible start because I have no idea. I had no idea that Paul Walker was involved in any sort of sexual scandal.
Hashtag sad. Hashtag nostalgia for sure right here.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how I most know Paul Walker. I've only seen a few of the Fast and the Furious movies.
What did Paul Walker do?
Teens, dude.
Really? Oh, man.
Yeah.
God.
Allegedly.
Okay, well, and he is dead. And we don't have those don't speak ill of
the Pope's
dead.
hanging out with them. The Pope's hanging out with them. Everyone just saw it. It was Paul Walker. It was the Pope. These guys are there. It is.
Wait, was that okay? And
Diana,
the Queen Diana,
and Diana and Mac Miller.
Yeah, there's Mac Miller and Princess Di, which is kind of cool.
Oh, this is some brain rot.
Michael Jackson,
but he's black. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Amy
Who's he giving
Winehouse.
hands with?
Not sure. Yeah. So
Robin and
Liam Payne, and then there's Stephen Hawking. Okay,
Stephen Hawking. He's still in a wheelchair up there. Huh?
Well, that's kind of.
But Muhammad Ali is training him in boxing, and he's vice versa. They're actually really interesting. Couple right there.
People are very upset about this. Apparently, sick AI video showing Pope Francis snuggling into late Queen's neck in heaven is slammed. A sickening AI-generated video shows Pope Francis being welcomed to heaven by the Queen, Princess Diana, and One Direction star Liam Payne.
So what are they mad about? He's being in heaven with his homies.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Well, yeah, I don't know. You said these with Paul. There's Paul Walker. Is that Tupac in the back? I didn't even see that.
Blurred him out.
Oh wow!
Who's this guy in the front?
I think that's Liam Payne, right?
Liam Payne,
the One Direction guy. He's a One Direction person.
I wouldn't recognize him.
Yeah,
this is my favorite one. Hand check.
I agree. I do like the.
What's that front hand doing? Is he going? Look at that.
Yeah, some odd fingers going on there. Yeah, not sure. Oh well, who cares, right? Like, I don't know.
The Queen and the Pope and who's that?
This is George Mario Burgo. I don't know who that person. A religious leader here.
Jorge Mario
Bergoglio. Bergoglio, thank you. Someone said, bro, this is so weird. Oh my God. You people are so infatuated with celebrities. Please get some help.
These are our leaders, dude. Yeah. Like, just because people know him, that the Pope can't know him? Okay.
All right. Guess that's
stupid.
I agree. Yep. So that's...
Yeah, I'm really happy that we got to see into heaven and like... That's more my concern.
Yeah, like that's super exciting.
Is that why they're mad? They're like, it kind of just looks like what I thought it would look like, clouds and blue sky. Yeah. Hey, there's that birthday boy in the chat.
Wait, it's David's birthday?
Sounds like it's David's birthday in the chat.
Well, now we're talking. Happy birthday, David. Shout out. And of course, this is a live show every other week, every other Friday. Live.frightday.com. Make sure to follow and subscribe to know when we go live first. Yeah, that's the Pope. That's the old Pope. Out with the old, in with the new, though, as they say.
Yeah,
right?
We got a smoking Pope. We got a Chicago Pope.
Okay,
he's
Leo the 14th.
Yeah, he's apparently had a little bit of sex in his lifetime.
Well, it's funny you say that, actually. I have a little video to share with you.
And he likes baseball, baby.
I thought this is really interesting.
He likes to park him.
It's Bob. It's Bob Primos. It's literally...
So this is a teen breaking the news of who the new Pope is to her mom on a call that she's also on with her brother, which is kind of nice here.
Bob Primos. Yes. It's literally Bob. Mom's situationship is the Pope of the Catholic Church. Oh my God. My mom hooked up with the Pope.
So that's kind of fun, right? Just a cute little moment.
Yeah, mom hooked up with the Pope.
Her mom hooked up with the Pope.
At least they did hand stuff, probably.
You think? You think that's...
The Pope at least did hand stuff is what I want to...
That's the kind of Pope I want to have. You know, understanding earthly pleasures. Like,
I'm just saying, you know, Pope's a guy.
Well, for now. Someday the Pope will be a girl.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I'm woke.
Yeah, I'm into that too.
Come on now. I'm glad to hear it. But
you can have all of it.
The strangest thing is, like, I don't know this guy. I don't know many of the details. I know last time was a little bit more of a deeper dive. This stopped me in my tracks, though, of research.
So they picked a new pope, and would you look at that? He's a Chicago guy. I know some other Chicago guys, because after all, I was a Chicago guy. Well, the burbs of Chicago. And you know who else is from the burbs of Chicago? This guy, Gary Sinise.
Well, yeah, of course, Gary Sinise, national treasure. Where are we going with this, right?
Hey, the snake out here.
Huh?
I went to Highland Park High School, just down the road from where I went to high school. And boy, I can't help but notice something.
Is someone taking a piss in the background right now?
Such a similar smile and angle of their nose. And those chins. Boy, those chins sure look very...
I don't know if they look that close, right? Like, I mean, maybe. Is Gary Sinise the Pope?
They got a different nose. And I mean, like, the mouth kind of crooks up on the side, you know?
Oh, that's interesting. In the chat, Corey says, I did see the Pope lived within a mile of not one but two founding members of the band Styx.
Oh, very cool. Hey, I went and saw Billy Idol this last week.
Oh, how'd that go?
And Billy still got it, and his guitar player's name is Steve Stevenson. So
interesting. That's cool. I almost opened up for Styx when they played Missoula. Did you know that?
Is that right?
Yeah.
No.
My old high school band was in a battle of the bands to open up for Styx. And the battle of the bands came down to a band called Tower, which was a metal band, and us. And then this other band they chose just because they like knew their set list by memory and were like a real band that would actually do well opening up for Styx. So it didn't really matter who won the battle of the band based on popularity. Of course, it was they just decided to choose like an actual band who could perform live, not at an all ages venue, you know?
Right.
It's kind of interesting how that worked out. So almost opened for Styx once.
Yeah.
Almost.
We were in a contest one time and in Missoula, and we got kicked off for a band that got signed.
Wait,
to
what?
Equal Vision.
Whoa. Happy birthday to David in the chat. He requested a wah wah wee wah, so I guess I do I do soundboard requests now. Does anyone want a Das Malchian?
Das Malchian.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Yes.
Excuse me. We won a contest to open up for Coheed and Cambria.
Oh.
And we lost it to Wild Orchid Children, who was like the Gatsby's American Dream bass player or something.
Was this like a Warped Tour thing, or
it was like at the Wilma, actually.
Why the hell did they get to try out?
Because
Gatsby's is like
took
Seattle
all of
thing.
they took all the regional shows in like that pocket, like the Spokane, the Seattle, and the Missoula. Because they had just got signed to the same record label on Equal Vision, and then like they put the record out that summer, so they just like gave them these slots, like whatever.
I don't know how I feel about that or this.
Pretty similar. I wonder what would happen if we overlaid those chins.
Let's see.
And if we zoomed in and out from one to the other, if it would be an easy transition. Seems pretty seamless to me. I mean, those chins and those little pursed lips barely even budge. And I wonder what would happen if we did some symmetry testing here. Well,
not the same.
Seems to line up.
Nose isn't even close.
Pretty good. I mean, you can hardly tell there's two different people there.
Wow, that does look like one single person. That looks like the to make a murder cover. Like, what are we doing?
What's the Harvey Dent right here? This is like motherfucking Two-Face.
Yeah.
Where is she?
So I don't know if you've noticed on the Fittest Flat Earther is the name of this account. He's like my new obsession. If anyone goes to the Instagram, you'll see that I comment to every one of his posts asking for him to come on this podcast. And so far, he has not recognized me even a little bit. But it's not going to stop me from trying.
I'll ask him.
You should. Tell him to email audiowool@gmail.com. Because clearly... This one he almost got me though. Like, and I'm trying to lean into less damaging conspiracy theories.
I've actually seen this one. I've seen this.
How do you feel about this one? I listen. Okay, let's we'll wrap the Gary Sinise arc up here.
Yeah.
The most recent Gary Sinise Instagram post is from September 17th, 2024. It says, "Hey folks, I want to take a moment and address the growing issue of scams online." Whether it's on social media or across the internet, these scammers are persistent, and it's important to stay vigilant and protect yourself. I engage with my fans through my official accounts only. I do not use private or alternative accounts. Seems like people are doing romance scams with Gary Sinise on WhatsApp.
Doing two S's, Gary's Sinise.
Can you imagine your mom losing like $60,000 to sending crypto to someone in Africa pretending to be Gary Sinise?
But I can imagine my dad having done that.
Yeah, or the Pope. Could be the same guy, really.
Yeah.
Wow. So the fittest flat earther believes that this FBI agent is actually Timothy McVeigh.
Okay, so like you sent me that video earlier. I was gonna say the Gary Sinise one, and I was like, I gotta see the comments on this, and he's just like fighting for his life in there.
Oh,
just saying, like, it's just very funny to see that. Where
that's
like,
on the Instagram one.
It's like, and the at the end of the video, he's like, "This is just satire or whatever."
Oh, that's what he says. That's how
he's like.
He says at the end of every video to make sure that Instagram doesn't remove it. He fully does believe this stuff. He's a weird sicko. Yeah. And he's welcome on the show whenever.
Anytime. Come on.
Shit.
We'd love to talk to you fucking freak.
Yeah, I really do.
And that's cool. I say that endearingly.
Just in case you don't know who this guy is.
Timothy McVeigh.
They say he was responsible for that.
The Oklahoma City bombing, which I don't know if you saw. I went to the site of that. I went to the Memorial Museum.
You took a piss on it, I heard.
What the hell, dude?
Now you're banned from Oklahoma.
What
forever.
the hell? I didn't do that.
That's you were trying to get an Ozzy Osbourne moment, banned from a state.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
You're rock and roll.
Speaking of that, have you seen
dies.
how whiny Sharon Osbourne has been about the band Kneecap?
Oh God. Yeah, tons of it.
What
She's like trying to call the cops on him. She's like, I saw these guys on TV. She's calling from her fucking, her 2-bedroom house of a bed.
Yeah,
and just calling, calling the cops and telling them that you need to come check this out because these guys are in my house. And they're like,
doing
Sharon,
crimes.
turn the TV off.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Wow. Yeah, I just think that's so silly because her husband was the guy who was like causing a ruckus for rock and roll.
They're divorced now.
Wait, are they?
I think they got divorced.
I don't think that's true. I think he's in late stages of Parkinson's, and I feel
he's gonna die soon, probably.
Yeah, I know that he said he can't stand long enough to perform a song anymore. So
they got him like a cool chair to sit up on stage for the last Black Sabbath performance.
Wow, they briefly separated in 2016 after 33 years of marriage, and have later reconciled and renewed their vows.
Oh.
I did not know that they separated.
Makes sense. They got it back. They're just...
Yeah, they did the Vegas thing in May of 2017. Still in love. Never gave up on each other. She says that they never gave up on each other, but they literally got separated.
They had to get separated.
So
I guess it's not divorce, though. Huh?
Yeah, but that's giving up, right? Like...
No, it's just like, listen.
All right.
You got to take a year off. I'm going to recoup.
And my
brain's gonna explode in the interim.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And you're gonna get confused at the TV because it's just gonna be on all the time.
It will be scaring you, yes.
And this guy?
That's Paul Wipesel. Wipesel. Wait,
he's one of
she saw the mask and thought she was about to get knockout game.
Wait, what? Why so Paul? Why so pal? How do you say that? Weisopol? Weisopol, of course, yeah. Paul Weisopol. So he is a special agent in charge of the FBI's Tampa division.
And even though I saw this about 2 years ago, it's making the rounds again. So I thought maybe I could help you all see the truth in it with my smoking gun. First, maybe let's just look at the
completely different nose, different angle of the forehead. Chin is different.
One guy looks like kind of Tom Cruise, and the other guy kind of has more of a Eminem face.
Sure, yeah.
Similarities. If those aren't the same nose and teeth,
the one on the left is actually just the fit flat earther.
I mean,
when he was 17.
It does look before he bulked up, right?
Yeah, how do we know that he's just not doing this to cover up his own tracks at this point?
Yeah, maybe he's
the guy on the right. Is just like they don't have a similar face at all.
You know what we should start doing is doing the face thing with his face and different celebrities.
Yeah.
Where you do the slider and say, well, just saying.
This is the same guy.
That'd be kind of fun.
You can just tag him
and then get him on our fucking show, right?
What is?
Yeah, we gotta go to him.
Maybe they took off just a little bit.
Oh.
No, I'm just gonna let you watch.
Oh, this is what he loves to do. He does freckles.
What
circles.
I circle.
This is kind of cool.
Oh yeah. He had to get the iPad to complete the circle for him. Those are vampire bites, you idiot.
Pretty clear. Those are the
vampire
same
more
marks.
common. Never mind.
So the interesting thing is the average number of freckles on a human body. What do we got here?
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought it had something. Of course, it varies differently based on genetic skin tone and sun exposure, but
Sure, I got a lot.
oh no, I thought I had something. Never mind. How many freckles does an average person? Let's see what Quora says. I counted my Irish girlfriends when we were both young. 417.
No phones back then.
Stupid.
Birthmarks are like fingerprints.
No, they aren't.
They don't lie.
They move all the time.
And just in case,
Yeah. Well, I got a
wasn't
couple that
enough,
haven't.
I decided to just get in.
Well, but they shift a little bit, like as your
Well,
body
it's from
grows.
a past life.
Oh god.
It's actually where I got shot.
No.
deeper. I found that one right there.
Circling some freckles.
It just happened to match up
You like this music?
with
though?
that one
It's kind
right
of good.
there. You can see they removed these because
Wait.
now they're holes where they were birthmarks.
Those are
Yeah, they
pores.
removed them.
They try to cover their
They
tracks.
removed them.
They didn't think there was going to be a psychopath.
They
named
stand
Tyler
blasted
Hansen
his
who was-
face.
Wait, why on earth would they remove freckles instead of lasering them off?
Didn't
Like-
you hear him? Because I tuned it out. So I don't know what he said.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I hate
Keep
this.
it going.
Got it.
Spend hours upon hours upon hours combing the internet to find what I needed to find to prove to you. Prove to you that everything you see on TV is a lie. And it's a lie for one purpose.
Dude, living
to
like
control
this
your
is-
mind, to
Must be
confuse
fucking
you.
awesome.
I think about it a lot, actually. Like the freedom
Like,
to
what has
question
happened?
everything and to not
Yeah.
live in reality. Like there is a freedom to that. And I'm mentally preparing for Contact in the Desert because I was looking at the, and I'm very excited to be going, by the way. I don't want to speak ill about the lectures that are happening, of course, but workshops, what was this? That's, there was a day where I'm going to learn about telepathic communication with people or beings off planet. What else? Near-death experiences and abductions linking the phenomena, which will be interesting. Sleuthing the truth, what photos and videos tell us. I'm going to be living with these people for a weekend, and it's going to be a lot of fun, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
To direct
You should do Blood Brothers with someone out there.
Well, speaking of blood, unlocking the ET link within bloodlines. Intergenerational contact. Interesting.
Oh yeah, dude. Do you think you can become blood brothers with the alien?
That would be sick if it didn't burn me with acid blood or
Yeah.
something, you know? I've seen the
Something like that.
xenomorphs, so I'm afraid of it.
Yeah.
But you never know.
you away from truth in every way possible, but mostly in the direction of spirituality and letting you know that you live in a spiritual realm and that you are a spiritual being created by our spiritual father,
Bean.
aka
Whoa,
the Most High.
whoa.
What did
see
he
if
do?
they can-
What did he?
Yeah.
I missed it. I
He
wasn't.
just- Oh my god, dude! He just told us
Confuse
that
you,
we're
to direct you away from truth in every way possible, but mostly in the direction of spirituality and letting you know that you live in a spiritual realm and that you are a spiritual being created by our spiritual father, aka the Most High.
Yes, and
You see
let's
if
see
they
some
can-
prayer hands in the chat. Kate's got it going.
I am the Most High. So, am I the father?
You could be the father. All right. This
Maybe
wasn't.
he'll do a video on me now
This is
because
As I look
Am I
at
the father?
we have made it through one story of the night, by the way. We are really
All right.
going for it.
We're cooking with grease. We're having a grease fire.
Damn.
His name is what's this jerk off?
Gary
Sinise.
Sinise.
Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs. Magic legs.
We gotta start doing the crossover with this guy and Gary Sinise and get that going.
That rules. We got to introduce him.
I mean, it is really. He did one. I think it might be this one. I thought this was
Okay,
really interesting.
Are you someone seeking truth, but you don't want the full truth? You just want half truths and just enough truth to keep
You can't
you
handle the
distracted
truth.
and occupied, and not enough truth to really figure out who or where we are, or have a full spiritual awakening? Well, follow along. I have just the perfect 3 individuals who will always just give you a little bit of truth and a whole lot of lies. There are 3 controlled opposition. I mean, 3.
And I have the perfect video to keep this confusing.
So he believes that Joe Rogan, Sam Tripoli, and Ian Carroll are all controlled opposition, and they're lying to people, which is kind of interesting. He also doesn't like Donald Trump, which is also interesting, or Elon Musk.
Yeah.
So I just think this guy is probably...
Maybe we can connect on that.
Yeah, I think that this guy might be one of the most interesting / confused people on the internet.
Do you think that he's tried like the meat stuff? Do you think he's gone?
I would actually.
Do you think he's gone high meat?
I cannot tell. He did a Q&A. I'll ask him what his diet is next time. But
Okay.
I have gotten really close to buying his merch before, which
Yeah. Is it any good?
well, the hat that he
Been
wears
around for almost 20 years, dude.
He's been doing this. He's got this ice wall hat that I really like.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. One of my favorites is he constantly references this map.
Yeah, the new standard map of the world, sure.
And he believes that this is actually what Earth is. It's a flat Earth that looks like this, but he doesn't reference like these other globes on the side that like explain why it's being displayed the way it is. But
yeah,
it's okay. It's all right. We don't need to.
He bought that. That's kind of an expensive piece of paper there.
Yeah.
I'd probably put a little zhuzh in my mind towards that paper as well, you know?
Yeah, I'm always conflicted.
Spent a lot of money on it.
I'm conflicted when I purchase merchandise that is like satirical, like when worn by myself. Like I just bought a patch that I'm going to put on a hat for our other program, Double Salutes. I'm going to start wearing outfits. But I'm like buying like conspiracy theory patches off of Etsy.
Sure.
And I think it's fun, but I'm also giving money to those people, so it's
It's maybe you should put an equal amount into. You could donate an equal amount.
Yeah,
somewhere good.
I think I would feel better about that. Yeah. So we got a pope, or we have a Sinise. Either way, we've got it. But Rome, I guess, yeah, American Pope in Rome, huh? That's exciting. What isn't cool is other Americans hanging out in that region, right?
Oh, Americans abroad stuck on a rod.
Hey, why are you barking, buddy? He woke up from a dream. Sorry. American tourist climbs over fence at Coliseum, impales himself on spike. Legendary. Go off, King. American tourist visiting the Coliseum in Rome took a turn for the terrifying after the man impaled himself on a fence and was left dangling and screaming in pain while other visitors looked on in horror, according to Italian news sources. It took place at 5 p.m. Friday. The guy was 47. Respect, right? The president number. American attempted to climb over a fence in Piazza del Colosio.
Try searching in the Apple Watch app on your phone.
Thanks, Siri.
Uh-huh.
To get to get a closer look at the historic Roman amphitheater, according to reporting by Il Messaggero. I'm like the worst at that. The man fell and was skewered by the sharp metal bars. Do you have a picture, Jared? You pulled this story of the fence and began.
Oh, Should we find it?
Oh, God. He began screaming and bleeding profusely until he became unconscious, the newspaper
Oh, he
reported.
passed out up there.
It's such an awful thing to imagine.
Fucked up, dude.
He's bleeding, and then he just like goes limp, and everyone's like, Jesus Christ, what did I just see?
No, and he's still up there. He's just not moving.
Yeah, we gotta get him down.
Spike in his back. Oh my God.
An ambulance rushed to the scene, and medics found that the man had suffered a severe injury in his lower back that was preventing him from moving. They administered a sedative before carefully detaching him and applying a tight bandage to the wound. It took around 20 minutes to detach and stabilize the tourist, according to Il Messaggero. And he was taken to a local hospital in critical condition. He underwent emergency surgery and received 80 stitches to close the wound. And the tourist said it was terrible.
80 stitches?
It's a lot of stitches, yeah.
Oh.
I wonder if they count internal as well, right? Like you have to.
Must.
Yeah. I saw.
Oh my God. Do you see the fence?
No. Is that in this article?
Oh my God, dude. No, I'm going to send it to the chat.
All right. Can I show it on screen or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was terrible, the tourist said. I saw that man impaled on a railing and he couldn't free himself.
I think this is what they're referring to.
All right. Well, let's take a peek here. And I'm going to.
Oh my God.
Going to take a peek myself before putting it on screen because. Oh, that's the fence. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. It's not him.
I thought there was going to be blood on the fence or something, but.
There's 2 shots of it. How fucked would that be?
If that spike was like a foot down in you, oh God, it's pretty big.
That's a big climb, and to be stuck all the way up there.
You think he was on just one? They're pretty close together. I feel like he might have been. Impaled.
Maybe
by a couple.
Look at the next one I sent you.
All right.
Different angle.
I thought you were sending me blood pictures on fences, and I was like, I don't need that. Oh wow! See, that's pretty brutal. That's not good. And he fell. How far did he fall? Like
onto it. He got stuck up there.
God dang! All right, well,
he got stuck on the blade, as it were.
Although this may have been the bloodiest incident involving American tourists at the historic monument, it's far from the first. In 2015, 2 California women, 21 and 25, were arrested on suspicion of carving the letters J and N into a brick wall inside the Coliseum and posting selfies in front of their handiwork. And then two American men in 2021 were fined $900 each for breaking into the Coliseum before dawn to drink beers inside. You think they wrestled? They must have, right?
They had to have.
Dude, if you and I had the Coliseum to ourselves, like
$900, that's all it costs to do this?
I might do that. Like that's like 2 guys getting together
for $900
under the Friday night lights by themselves, getting that late night pumping. You're gonna be throwing balls back and forth just like these guys would be wrestling with each other.
Very cool.
Dang, that's really cool. All right, well, don't break into the Coliseum. I think
or do if you have $900 because crime is an illusion.
Speaking of crime being an illusion, last time we spoke, we discussed the possibility of a New England serial killer because bodies were being found scattered and across, I guess, the last couple months. And that has not stopped, which is kind of interesting, even though people are definitively saying, authorities are saying there's no serial killer, but...
Good evening. We begin tonight with a mystery at a cemetery that's not helping local authorities put those serial killer rumors to rest.
Police say a body was found. Investigators are saying this was a homicide. We've learned the name of the victim. News 8 investigative reporter Jeff Dedarian joins us with the latest. Jeff.
Hey there, guys. The disturbing discovery made Friday night by a man and his dog.
Kilborn.
This guy over here?
Yeah, he kind of looked like Kilborn back there.
Oh, it's interesting. They're even showing his teleprompter here. The hand of a dog, huh?
Let them read.
As nighttime was creeping in at the Evergreen Cemetery. And what about other human remains found around the state recently? Is there any connection?
Bodies in this part of New Haven at this particular place would not be out of the ordinary. But when a body is discovered above the ground in the shadows of an approaching evening sky, that's something, well, altogether different, isn't it?
All right. Let's give this guy the local Emmy already, huh? I don't know about it. We're at the Evergreen Cemetery in New Haven, and they found a body.
Different, isn't it?
Somebody walks their dog basically routinely right through the cemetery, and he was walking his dog and located the body.
There's a bit of a mystery at the Evergreen Cemetery. Initial reports said that detectives had a suspicious death on their hands, and then it turned from suspicious to a homicide. 35-year-old Nasha Mendez from New Haven, the victim.
We have collected a lot of video and a lot of information from the community and from technology. We also have done...
We've got all this information from technology.
It's all computers.
Oh, it's just computers inside, huh? Well, did he say it's all computers?
It's all computers.
We got a really good guy.
Done multiple search warrants. So we're heading in the right direction.
The family is cooperating, we're told. Police won't say how the woman died or if she was killed at the cemetery or if her body was left there. But it is a homicide, and
I think this is going to be solved sooner than later.
This homicide follows human remains found in Danielson, Groton, and Over the Line in Foster, Rhode Island.
Most of them are right off of the interstate there.
Social media asking the question if there's a serial killer lurking. State police have said no to that. So naturally, the question popped up today in New Haven. Do people need to worry?
No, this is definitely not a serial killer situation. Like I said, we've conducted multiple interviews. We've talked to people. It's definitely not a serial killer situation.
Wait, what does that mean? That's like, we talked to people.
We talked to a lot of guys. It's not no kind of serial killer kind of thing. We don't think, not yet. Don't panic. Don't think about that.
This
but
guy,
we are talking to a lot of guys.
This guy in his insurance covered free pair of sunglasses or free pair of glasses here.
yeah.
I just don't trust him, huh? Don't trust him.
Know.
Not even a little bit.
I don't really think there's a reason to.
Yeah, I also I'm kind of with the authorities that I don't have any evidence that this is a serial killer, but
he's talked to a lot of guys.
Spoken to a lot of guys. Spoken to a lot of guys. So this is another another update. Sorry, we've talked a lot about end of life techniques on this show, from hydro cremation, I guess, and other end of life techniques, execution methods on this show as well. And we'll talk a little bit about that too. But one thing that we discussed, I think once or twice, it's a kind of sensitive subject, so apologies for your sensitivities, but more people are signing up here to hop in the death pod. No, what's it called? The Sarco? Remember the Sarcopod situation we had?
Sarcopod.
The last one that we had in Switzerland, where the creator of the Sarcopod, when it didn't work, likely strangled someone to death.
Strangled to death, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't really know for sure.
Put a pillow over their face.
It seemed as if his pod didn't work very well, and he had to breach the seal.
It sounded like he popped it open.
Yeah.
Put a towel or a pillow over their mouth.
Well, 2 more brave souls have signed up to release their souls with this Sarcopod technique. It's Peter and Christine Scott. They're scheduled to end their lives together using the assisted suicide euthanasia system, the Sarcopod, in Switzerland.
The problem is that, because there's 2 of them, you're gonna have to start bringing more guys in to do the end of life technique.
Well, so maybe it'll work this time.
So now there's 2 people that know a secret about each other.
Well, yeah,
on the outside, and our couple here is Okay. Well, this could get interesting, folks.
Let's hear them out. And then someone said, this is a funny comment, why no customer reviews for this? Very funny. All right. Whoops. So what they're showing a little walkthrough of the process.
Yeah, one of you is going to go down into the lower quarter, and one of you is going to go up in here with the Bose speaker.
Oh man, if you get to pick...
It's been designed with a view to being used in nature, whether that is at a beach or in the Alps, somewhere of outstanding beauty, and that's why there's such a big window, so people will be able to see the outside world, but also...
Are you playing this music?
In the Netherlands,
yeah. If they've
to give
chosen this like Inception music,
yeah.
We are the stuff of. Oh wait, what's this? There's a quote on the side of the song.
We are made of star stuff.
Is this a Moby song? We are a way for the universe to know itself. Carl Sagan. Okay. All right. Well, if I was Carl Sagan, I don't know if I'd love my quote on the side of its Suicide Pod. But again, of course, I don't have huge opposition to this. I do think that, if you've done the steps required in terms of mental health screening and whatever, all that stuff, then maybe this is totally fine. I don't know. Am I out of line here? Sound off in the chat, folks. I feel like I don't know. There's to a certain degree.
I think it's fine, I guess. I don't know. I'm like... obviously, I think people would prefer a natural death, right? Just sort of just die.
Life is hard, man. And end of life is hard too.
But yeah, especially that it's like, I don't know. I imagine that you're considering the fact that you're, I don't know, you have a weird medical thing. You're like, I'd rather not deal with that.
Yeah,
and I'm 75 years old, so I guess I'd rather die at this point, and I guess it's probably fine.
And
I don't know.
Our current system does a good job of medically controlling end of life pain, keeping you comfortable, but that it's still kind of an extended grotesque period of time where you're not even there anyway, for the most part.
A strain on a lot of systems, maybe, if it's really intensive and really monetarily expensive, at least here in America. And I think that it's life is very cost prohibitive, but also because of that makes people very sick.
See, I didn't know.
And so then you just keep people sick, and then you got people like the frickin' the flat Earth guru.
You mean
our friend from earlier? Now he's changing your mind because he's telling you about talking about they keep you sick so they can keep your money.
Sure. I didn't know that sarco was short for sarcophagus, which is not great.
Kind of cool, yeah. Actually, I like that.
You're into
trying to make it cool. To make it cool.
So
hey, sarco, man. See you in the sarco.
Oh, just hang
Hit
out.
the nasty pow on the way down the mountain.
Well, wait, I feel like a sarcophagus is supposed to be the final resting place. They pull your stiffened body from this future pod.
Yeah, they crack you right out of there and suffocate your ass, throw you in a bush.
I don't think they throw you in a bush.
But we've seen how this goes, Byron. What are they doing with the bodies?
Yeah, wow. That's a good point. Not really. It's a 3D printed. Okay, wait. So it consists of a 3D printed detachable capsule mounted on a stand that contains a canister of liquid nitrogen to die by suicide through inert gas asphyxiation. So it's a nitrogen hypoxia, which seems to be a fairly common technique these days. I feel like it hasn't been working out very well.
Work. Yeah, the last two times it didn't work.
Seems like it's extended.
We just covered it three episodes ago, didn't we? There was the guy that they they said it got real nasty and they had to pull him off of it, and then they tried it again, and I think it was successful the second time, but they're like, oh, we fucking mutilated that guy with this gas poison.
Well, it seems like we have a new fifth execution using nitrogen gas coming in June, so we'll have to keep our eye on that one. Alabama.
So we're fucking with it over here, huh?
We're moving forward and to carry out another.
So maybe the sarcopod is in our future.
I mean, I would love to. to have a wider view of what's going on before I have to have a panic death, where you just
frankly,
slam your hands
Byron,
against the glass.
We should be looking to see if we can print one ourselves, if it's like freeware out there.
You
know?
think? Wow. So Alabama was.
We can get a Frightday branded sarcopod. You can put a Byron McKoy quote on the bottom.
That's how I finance the podcast. I don't know, man. I feel like it's actually not. I think I'll end up spending more in court fees than I would make from.
You're not going to sell them the gas. They got to get their own gas.
Yeah,
and you're just going to market it as
either, man. But
yeah, you showed up at their house. Like you don't even have to show up at their house. You just have to send some material there.
Yeah,
you can do what you want. This is a desk chair.
DIYDIE. I guess is what I'll call it. Copyright right now. The sarcopod. What else we got? Sorry. Hypoxic death, yada yada, provided by a suicide bag. So do you bag yourself at the same time?
I mean, it's probably nice to, so you don't have to. No one has to touch your little worm.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Don't look. I'm dead.
Users of the Sarco can choose either a dark or transparent view from the capsule. Transparent view would be chosen if they wish to be, if they want to transport the machine to a particular location and see a certain vista. Which is, the inventor feels that, quote, where you die is certainly an important factor. I mean, anything around your death is kind of important. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to do the sarcopod now.
Oh well, we should talk after the podcast. I don't want you to. I think what you want to do is sit in a pod with a vista. It's like you don't want to actually die. You just want to like
a little jet ski motor, maybe. Just let it go. When I'm ready to go.
Okay. I thought you were talking about right now. I'm like, we should probably pause the show for a bit. We should go talk about this.
It's a desk chair. Why do you think I bought it?
Yeah.
I need to lean back a little further.
I mean, if it had a monitor, a screen on it, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Do you remember that chair that had that, right? Like it was like a 360 chair?
Yeah. So, okay.
Cool.
So it provides for rapid decrease in oxygen level while maintaining a low level of carbon dioxide. Nitrogen gas causes oxygen to drop silently to less than 5% in less than a minute. The occupant presses a button and the capsule is filled with nitrogen. They feel a bit dizzy, but then rapidly lose consciousness and die.
Well, what if you pull it back?
Like I bet there's an emergency, right? There's got to be an emergency.
You sue this guy for getting me addicted to nitrous.
All right, the Kanye technique. All right, we're out of here. We're done with this. A British couple is looking to do it, so we'll see.
Yeah, they're about to rock it in there.
We'll have our eye on that story. But while we're talking execution, I guess we should probably talk about one that didn't go so well that didn't have to do with nitrogen.
Yeah.
It seems like... firing squad.
They put him on fart gas.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's not the fart gas guy?
No one decided to do fart gas, Jared.
Okay. Well, I was just hoping.
In other news, we have information now on the South Carolina man who was put to death last month by firing squad. Lawyers for Mila Kamati say that he was conscious and suffered extreme pain after the bullets hit him lower than expected. According to a pathologist hired by the lawyers, the bullets mostly missed Mahdi's heart. We did reach out to the South Carolina.
Wait, what's that mean, mostly missed?
And maybe they nicked him?
Yeah. Huh. I mean...
So everyone... Wait, so how many bullets are there? There's 3 bullets? Yeah, 3 bullets.
In a firing squad? How many people shoot?
7, I think.
Okay. Well, let me read the story here.
We talked about it the other week. Maybe I'm wrong, but that seems fresh in my brain.
So the South Carolina Department of Corrections commissioned an autopsy that found that all 3 bullets struck his heart, and that other statements are interpretations of what the examination showed. That's funny. The cases of the botch are unknown. The causes, pardon me. The legal team wrote saying, quote, "Did one member of the execution team miss entirely, or did they not fire at all? How did the two who did shoot him miss his heart?" So who do you believe? The SCDOC and the autopsy that they commissioned, or the word of the lawyer here? There's an autopsy photograph of the wounds that show 2 typical gunshot wounds. Document the unexpected finding. Let's hear what else they have to say while I look up a picture.
Department of Corrections, they tell us that all 3 bullets struck Mahdi's heart and that the autopsy report shows no exit wounds. We have more on this story on our website at WYFF4.com.
Too loud. Yeah, so that's tough to say. I mean, clearly, they wouldn't say something if they didn't. Let's read what Democracy Now! Has to say. I feel like they're going to give it to us straight. Autopsy records reveal corrections officers botched the execution. 3 executioners missed his heart, hitting his abdomen and causing him excruciating conscious pain and suffering for about 30 to 60 seconds. He's pronounced dead nearly 4 minutes after the officers fired. Is that it?
So, but they're supposed to be sharpshooters, right?
I mean, you would think cops love shooting people. You would think that they would.
Big time.
Oh, they're huge fans.
Big time.
So you would think that they would hit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Like, how are they missing?
I don't.
This is just.
How far away? How far away are you? God, now
10
I don't.
feet.
Is it? I mean,
you're like I mean, like, I don't know. There's like different instances of this, but I feel like in American ones, there's just sort of like.
Did they do paces or?
I think that they're just sort of like 10, 12 feet in front of them, and then they just fire down like an alleyway.
Do you think it's like this? 15 feet. Prisoner strapped to a metal chair sits on top a catch basin. Interesting. And they use a .308 Winchester. I mean, this is probably not all, And this one only has 3 state corrections department volunteers. Not visible to the person, of course. 15 feet. If anyone else knows any actual, statistics about that, I know it sounds like if Bryan Kohberger, who we're going to talk about later, they just started that in Idaho, so we might
March 12th,
might be seeing another one of those coming up pretty soon.
Brad Little signed a bill to designate firing squad as the primary execution method in the state.
Yeah, they don't trust lethal injection anymore.
They're the first state to do that.
Yep. Idaho's doing great work. Speaking of people doing a good job, we've been on Cop Watch for a while, a couple years now.
Of course.
And this new season, 2025, it's been all about the goon cops. And I found another one.
Yeah, there.
An LMPD officer fired for sending a picture of his genitals to a female officer he was training.
Officer Justin Lamont was terminated.
Justin Lamont.
Are we sure that's not Timothy McVeigh again?
All right, we got to scroll across this man's face and see if it's anywhere close. Lamont, great name.
Terminated for several violations, including having inappropriate sexual conversations with Officer Christine Silk.
And are we sure that that's not Timothy McVeigh?
Great question. I don't know why they have to include her in this, since she's the victim of receiving these genital
so that
photos.
maybe someone can reach out to her to ask if they have the photo and if they can buy it off of her, because it's her property now.
Well, that's actually nice. I mean,
does it work like that? I don't think it does, right?
I don't think rights pass just because it exchanges hands digitally. I don't think that's how it works. You don't own a picture you download off the internet. You don't own a selfie that I send to you.
I wouldn't download a phone.
You would never download a phone. You wouldn't steal.
Download a car.
Exactly, yeah.
Chill, dude.
That's according to an April 11th memo from Chief Paul Humphrey. Lamont was also accused of inappropriate conduct with a female confidential informant and other female citizens. Attorney Sarah Collins, who represents Silk, questioned...
They just keep flashing back to this Gooner pic.
And she looks a little like Gary Sinise, I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
Attorney Sarah Collins, who represents Silk, questioned why Lamont was not found to have violated the department's harassment or sexual abuse policies. Silk filed a lawsuit against the department last year, claiming she was sexually harassed by 2 male supervisors during her first year on the job.
What the fuck is going on there?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know what they're up to over there in Louisville, but they need to just get rid of that guy and
Okay, bring back the firing squad. I guess.
Okay, let's not say that, but maybe for the career we could shoot his badge.
I'm just saying these men gotta go.
Yeah, some cops though, right?
Yeah. They're touching fentanyl or something. What are they doing now?
Well, they're keeping drugs out of the hands of people who may or may not have the ability to do it themselves, which is really nice. They might just be oblivious to what's going on.
Hey! What? John, come here.
Hello?
No,
the raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what? Oh my god.
Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now.
Raccoon.
No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have that.
That's why.
All right, and that's really sweet. So it appears that...
Yeah, keep going.
Well,
you gotta see him.
yeah?
Hold it.
Hey, I'm gonna do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
You're gonna light him up.
A few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is...
All right, this guy's...
There we go.
He's helping him say no, which is kind of nice. So,
Yeah, don't touch the meth pipe. That's bad for a raccoon.
There's a traffic...
Used meth pipe?
Yeah, there was a traffic stop that was conducted, and the car's registered owner had a warrant and a suspended driver's license and was removed from the car. And then usually you're not really allowed, unless things are in plain sight, officers aren't allowed to search vehicles without permission, without, I guess, probable cause. And this woman also had a raccoon in her car. It seems like she might also be living in her car. But
a little bit. Her and the raccoon live there.
Yeah, which is kind of sweet or convenient for the raccoon. I don't know what happened first, if it was a choice.
Yeah,
If you welcomed in, or that's just kind of the situation you have.
Yeah.
So sometimes you come out.
God told me I had to keep him.
Sometimes you come out from Walmart. There's a raccoon in your car, and you're like, "Well, he's not coming
you're
out."
Smoking meth, and you're talking to God also.
All right. Well, that's true. This lady did a little bit of that, and the pet raccoon name was Chewy, if you can believe it.
Chewy,
sweet little guy. After his owner left, he said, "Hey, Mom, don't forget this."
Yeah, this is really important treasure that you usually carry with you.
Held up the methamphetamine smoking device and
a little the long light bulb type of fixture.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, this is
This cop with the freaking... I'm not convinced he didn't plant that on that raccoon, though.
She's smoking meth then.
You think that was a sleight of hand? David Blaine would be a good cop. Someone who's good at close-up magic. Can just
For sure.
make baggies
drop a whole raccoon into your car and a
Is this
meth
your
pipe
raccoon?
while you're standing right
coming
there.
out of the top of a hat. That'd be sick. That'd be really cool.
Really cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Play with her meth pipe.
All right.
Cops are famously putting. He has a second one. Come on.
There's no way.
Yeah.
All right.
What else you
All
got,
enough
Chewy?
fun and games.
Don't do that.
Oh, he's getting in there though.
Holy hell.
Another one?
Oh.
Yeah, go back. The raccoon looked like it had a second meth pipe.
Why is that not the title of our episode? Damn. All right.
We can always change it.
That's true.
Wait. Go back further. Go back
All
further.
right. So it's like you don't. Maybe the raccoon's saying,
Right
"Hey,
here.
officer."
So he's got the left one there,
Yeah.
and his left hand's got this. Now look in here, and it appears that he's holding a second.
What if we caught the cop planting another meth pipe though, by going frame by frame? We're like, we got it actually.
That would actually be sick, and I would love to help this poor old woman out here.
Yes.
Get rid of these cops out of her life, and a settlement so she can get out of her car here and maybe into
That could be wonderful
nice
for
living
her
situation.
I just think the raccoon was like, my owner has a problem, and
she's spending all this meth on, all of her money on meth. I'm not getting fed. I'm eating trash all the time.
Which
I'm
is
her raccoon
normal,
son, Chewy. Look how big this rotund.
He's eating fine.
Fuck yeah, he's eating fine. He's eating Canes and fucking Popeyes every day.
Every damn day out of that dumpster. Yeah. I don't. Oh, there it is. It just fell out of the bag, I think. I don't think the raccoon handed him that one.
Hell.
Where do you buy those? Can you buy those at like stores?
Gas station.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you could probably find like 4 places around your neighborhood that sell them.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna do that.
Keep an eye. She was trying to take the
Why
meth
not,
pipe
dude?
out of the car.
They
Just keep
usually
an
put
eye
like a
on her
little
real
like
quick.
a rose in them.
Okay.
And that's it. There's like the pedal side is like usually in the orb, and it's just sort of like, yeah, we sell like this little glass rose here, like the Ollie's classically has the glass rose. The ones down here just have piles of the fucking like that glass, like clear glass one that he just pulled out the second meth pipe. The gas station by my job, for instance, just sells like the weird like single gram weed, and then just like another one just has a
Wait, they sell. I didn't think it was legal in Texas.
It's not,
Okay.
but it's like our thing here is that it's like what the law says is THC is illegal, but then so everyone's just like, well, we sell THCA,
Which
and
is the
THCA is
synthetic
just
stuff.
it's no, it's the dormant version of THC. So like, in order to make THC, you have to burn THCA. So the law says THC, but
That's how podcasts are able to promote some of those places that like deliver the probably THCA then.
Yeah. And how we'll be able to sell the shotgun attachment with the
podcast,
the barrel loaded shotgun. Yeah.
Great. So listen, we have some apologies to make. We've been going a little heavy with the criticism of the death industry over the past couple months. It's been a huge focus of the show, and
it's not even our fault.
It really isn't our fault.
If we skipped it, we would feel irresponsible at this point.
But we're not going to be talking about, humans falling through the bottoms of coffins, or people tripping, or dented heads, or poorly embalmed remains, or misplaced cremains of humans. This week, we're going to talk about some pets.
Thousands of owners in Pennsylvania who had their pets cremated were recently
I was hoping you were just kidding. It's coffin flop.
That would have been a fun one to drop.
Damn it.
And 2024 were not actually theirs. Last week, the Office of the Pennsylvania Attorney General.
Let me turn this up real quick.
General David Sunday filed criminal charges against Patrick Vereb. The owner of the Eternity Pet Memorials has been charged with deceptive business practices, theft by deception, and receiving stolen property with allegations of deceiving more than 6,500 pet owners.
6,500 pet owners. Theft by deceiving. I didn't know.
6,500.
That's a lot. I didn't know theft by deceiving was a crime. I got to get my shit together. It seems like... That's just like
seems like I might have done a crime.
That's like Music Man stuff, where you go from town to town tricking folks, right? Is that?
yeah. You guys want to buy a bunch of these instruments? They'll teach your kids how to play.
Exactly. Yeah. And they didn't show the end of the movie where he got charged with theft by deception.
yeah, where he actually just goes to prison for a couple years.
That poor guy. It was not about the journey
or
destination.
Not even really doing a good job at playing their instruments either.
No. And he sold them drugs too, which is like really fucked up.
yeah. Well, at least he wasn't touching them.
That's good.
In many cases, instead of providing the pet's ashes, the pet's remains were discarded in landfills.
What?
And customers were given unknown animal ashes.
Wait a second. You're just they got ashes. They just don't know.
You got ashes. They don't know if they were actually horse or dirt. Horse dirt.
Man, I haven't experienced any major loss, thank goodness. But I don't know how much I want the ashes, right? Like, I feel like the urge is to get rid of them pretty quick, right? Like
of your animal.
I don't even know if I would do the well, fuck. I don't know. I don't think I'm looking at my dog right now. Like I don't know if I would want
to.
I would
know what would be kind of cool? Acid bath, so you can keep his skull.
That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's cool or not, actually. I mean, a little Boston Terrier skull could be interesting.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the push nose. He's got like a normal dog's face, so
you could put it in like a little resin cast, you know?
I don't like it. I don't like thinking about it, and that leads me to believe that I also wouldn't like having just ashes of a dog around. Or a raccoon, whatever they're burning up and putting and giving out to these families, you know. But I guess, some people do want it, and that's where this is disappointing. That's where the disappointment comes in.
6,500 disappointed people.
Yeah. Wow. And what are they doing? Just like burning Popeye's boxes once they're done eating most of it, or what? Like.
Yeah, you got a bunch of like just white ash from cardboard in here.
They see the kernel,
styrofoam
a little piece of the kernel on didn't burn.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You wanted a dog, and I got you some ashes, so you're fine.
It's not good.
What are you gonna do with it anyway?
That's my question, but at the same time,
you gonna eat it?
No. Like that.
You should have waited. You should have done it immediately.
Yeah.
12 News spoke with a local woman who works in Clarksburg and was identified by the Attorney General's office as a victim of the alleged crime. Bobby Loveridge, who had 2 dogs and a cat cremated by Eternity Pet Memorials.
All of my animals have been processed through that funeral home. I did work at Loyal Animal Clinic in the past, and that's how I got hooked up with Eternity Pets, because that's who we had used. As far as we knew, he was a
This is to certify that this loving pet will be loved and remembered, always in our hearts, forever in our memories.
You think they printed that out themselves? That's really nice.
It looks like they bought the paper.
You think they cut it with like one of them,
Schwinks? Yeah, probably. God, it's so funny that people have been leaving.
We got to get a bunch more of these. We got to get about 6,500 of these things cut out today. We have a bunch of people coming in.
As far as we knew, he was a trustworthy person, and that's why we chose him. However, in the event that we found out, he is not.
12 News Barbara Ron will have this pet owner's full story coming up later this week.
Interesting. So, yeah.
That dog wearing a bonnet in that last picture?
Yeah, it did look like it.
Just keep showing that thing.
Yeah, that's a sweetie. That's a good guy. Gal.
Come on. Little dusty.
Let's see if they followed up, because it said later this week. Ooh, every West Virginia Monster Festival in 2025. That might be interesting.
Okay.
We're looking at the WBOY 12 news from West Virginia.
W boy, what do you think that means?
And speaking of festivals, whether you're a diehard Mothman fan or a Bigfoot believer, West Virginia has a cryptid festival for you. This year, there will be about 6 different cryptid or monster-themed festivals around the state, with each focusing on a different legend. These include celebrations for the Grafton Monster, the Veggie Man, and of course the famous...
Wait, Veggie Man?
Hell yeah, dude.
What the hell's the Now this episode's never ending.
Yeah, we just found out about the damn Veggie Man.
No one told me about the Veggie Man.
David, you got to go up there and take a look into the Veggie Man for us.
Veggie Man, West Virginia. They range from the widely known Mothman to Point Pleasant, Flatwood Monster. Appearance. The Veggie Man, the Vegetable Man or Veggie Man is said to be very tall, arguably over 7 feet, thin, because he eats veggies, with a semi-human shape, also appeared to be partially plant-based, and possessed large ears with striking eyes that oscillated in color.
We should have seen Swamp Thing.
Red to yellow. That does appear to be Swamp Thing. Great point. Its arms are thin and gave the impression of reeds by a riverbank. On the ends of its long fingers were suction cups, which had thorns protruding from them. 1968 sighting in West Virginia, Fairmont. And someone named Jennings Frederick was out on a hunt. How come this didn't make our bracket last year when we did the Cryptids bracket?
Yeah, you're gonna have a new challenge.
Fuck, Veggie Man would have taken it. That's for sure.
Veggie Man kind of rips. Look at those scary claws.
Yeah, Veggie Man's cool as hell.
Wait, let's finish watching that real quick.
Oh, I closed it.
Miss Mothman Festival. Later this year, the first Cryptid
Lurch
Festival
Fest.
will be the second ever Grafton Monster Festival. That's on June 13th and 14th. We've put together a full list of West Virginia Cryptid Festivals for you, and it's on our website, WBOY.com.
Lurch died, though. So you're just meeting like a cardboard cutout of him?
What's this at the bottom say? Is that measles?
Oh, wait. This is the movie Lurch, isn't it? No, this is TV.
Meet son of Lurch, Sean Cassidy.
Son of Lurch.
Son of Ted Cassidy.
Son of Ted Cassidy. Cashing in on his dad's fame.
Measles outbreak
I
didn't
look like him.
Measles outbreak has passed 1,000 cases nationwide. Very cool. It's on the ticker at the bottom. You'll love to see it. I don't think we're going to get the update. They said later this week, but I don't see anything about this pet cemetery here in the past couple days. We'll just keep our eye on it. Pardon me, here it is.
Thousands of owners in Pennsylvania who had their pets cremated recently were informed that the ashes they received between the years 2021 and 2024 were not actually theirs. 12 News' Barbara Ron spoke with a woman who works in Clarksburg and was identified as a victim of the alleged crimes.
Total shock, disbelief, deceived. It was kind of the worst news you could ever hear.
Bobby Leverage, an assistant professor of veterinary technology at Pierpont Community Technology College, knows the ins and outs of what the cremation process should be for pets. But nearly 2 weeks ago, she was stunned to learn that the ashes she has may not actually be from her 3 beloved pets. Last week, the Office of the Pennsylvania Attorney General, David Sunday, filed criminal charges against Patrick Verub. The owner of Eternity Pet Memorials has been charged with deceptive business practices, theft by deception, and deceiving stolen property with allegations of deceiving more than 6,500 pet owners out of more than $650,000. And in many cases, instead of providing the pet's ashes, the pet's remains were discarded in landfills and customers were given ashes from unknown animals.
So if you're burning animals, like what do you like just like stacking them up? You're like trying to get ahead of it?
I guess. I mean,
like where would you have like a bucket?
Throwing any old thing in there, you're like, hey, let's clean out the fridge.
We only burn on Thursdays once a month, and then we just try to use all of those throughout the month and then throw everything else in the landfill.
Yeah, because I guess you're just you're doing it. Yeah, man, I don't know. So you're just giving back everyone like a little snack-sized bag of some ashes.
It's terrible. I hate that.
Bulk
We give you our
animal
pets,
ash.
and you send a letter. The letter was the worst. With each ashes that you get back, you get a letter, and it says something to the effect of, "Thank you for entrusting us."
Oh, if you are pleased with our service, we would appreciate a good review. So you know where I'm going, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more money.
Verib.
Hook me up.
Funeral home. Oh, it's pet. Oh. Eternity Pet Memorial. We got to read these
Domestic
reviews.
animal dealer and hauler license.
They actually have really good reviews. That's not good.
I don't really mind.
Oh, that's in Pittsburgh. Are we? Is this in Pittsburgh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they are kind of killing it here. That's why you always leave them with a letter, begging for reviews. Tiffany says, edit. Under investigation in Pennsylvania, Office of Attorney General for mishandling pets. Please visit Attorney General for more information. Best review I ever hope to write. If you're reading this first, I'm sorry for your loss and would definitely recommend this place. Wait, what? I don't ever want to come back, and I'm sad. Yeah, so the edit is saying, like, maybe I didn't get my my dead pet's ashes. They were very nice to me, but it seems like we got a beautiful cremains box and a keychain and all sorts of papers I hadn't bared to look at yet. Wow, this company picked up my sweet baby from the med and told me it would be 3 to 5 days to complete. I called on day 5 and they did not have my baby girl's ashes ready. Patrick continued to tell me to call back at different times, which I did, and still my baby girl was not ready. Patrick was very unsympathetic, showed absolutely no empathy at all. I had to have family members call on our behalf because it was too much to deal with. By the way, this pet service was on our local news station today and is under investigation for the state's attorney general. Google and take a look. Picture attached here. Wouldn't recommend. Yeah. All right. They've got took a picture of the screen there.
Rough.
But other than that, I mean, everyone's saying extremely nice to deal with. Great service, kind and caring. But all these people got Popeyes.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I not only got probably some of my animal, but I also probably got some of your animal too.
That's true.
So I actually got more than what I bargained for. So
if you look at it like that, there's the whole idea that when you die, you become part of the earth and you're all kind of part of the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is just a more literal.
We're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of God.
And, we're all stardust mixed together and put into a jar, I guess.
And sometimes you can serve that to multiple people
Yikes.
at the same time.
Took 3 weeks to get my cat back after $375. Then upon receiving her bag was tattered and ripped. In the original photo that was sent with her was creased up as well. What are they using that?
Hey, don't worry, because it wasn't actually your cat, friend.
Oh, used to be so good, and now I wouldn't give them another one of my loved animals. Here, let's see how creased. They handed you a nice little gift bag.
Shit, they just gave you a fucking
swag bag.
It was in the back seat of my car.
Oh, and that picture. Well, it does look like the picture was printed on a Canon Pixma printer or something. So
yeah, they may have needed to change the cartridge on that.
Yeah, it's not great. Another person 3 months ago took 3 weeks to get my cat back after spending $375 for pickup, cremation, and delivery. Upon delivery of my animal, it looked like something that my son pulls out of his book bag. Tattered, ripped, and my original photo was creased. Oh, she just wrote 2 reviews there. Yeah.
Oh,
stacking reviews there.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks kind of nice. A nice little spread here. They got the fur, 3 bags of fur from Suki, some paw prints. I mean, they offer a lot of kind of above and beyond stuff here. Huh.
Yeah, it's not even my dog's footprint.
Yeah, I guess, they're in the hospitality industry, not the cremation industry, it seems.
Yeah, it's just all entertainment. This is all sleight of hand. They're just doing magic for your art.
Yeah, it's a.
I hate that this is just a bunch of pictures of people's dead animals.
Yeah, it sucks. We're out of here. This is bad. Back to humans next time, guys. Next time it's just rotten bodies again. I don't like the pet part. Pet part makes me sad.
Yeah.
Not interested in that.
Much better when people are dying.
Great to say. All right, so at this point, oh wow. We've been really kind to animals, I guess, this episode. I do have one story. It's a jaw-dropping encounter with a bear, where a guy's jaw actually got ripped off and then hit the ground.
We turn now to a man who survived being mauled by a grizzly bear.
He was like this, coming at me.
Ow!
And I raised my gun.
What? Just because he looks like a ventriloquist?
He's got action. He's got action figure mouth. Yeah, he's got Night of the Living Dummy mouth.
All right, be nice to him. He survived a brutal attack.
I already had it in my hand and fired that shot, and it misfired.
A man mauled by a bear in Montana is telling his story for the first time, reliving the terrifying moment in 2023 when a grizzly charged at him.
But the next thing I remember is he had me by the jaw. And I think he picked me up off the ground, and I said, "Help me." And then he clamped down.
Don't ask the bear to help. It's not what they, it's not what they
Just
do.
asking him to
Help me remove
take
my
you
jaw.
out. Please, this is cheaper than a sarcopod.
Oh, this poor guy, Rudy
Help me,
Norlander. This is Rudy.
God.
He was deer hunting, I think, with a buddy, and this happened. So maybe he's asking his buddy for help.
Rudy Norlander was helping a father and son with a deer hunt when they accidentally got between the bear and its food
don't show
stash.
that.
The attack left Norlander.
Wait, you didn't like that picture? This one?
I don't like that at all.
It's not great. It doesn't look like doesn't have much going on that lower half, but they were able to build it back. And of course, this is at youtube.com/Frightday if you want to check it out.
Norlander stranded in the woods.
It's cool that it grew back kind of normal looking.
Oh, it didn't grow back. Seems like it was an extensive reconstructive surgery. Yeah.
It's for hours with serious
What do you
injuries
mean
to
it
his
doesn't grow
arms,
back? Can you get a new
torso, and
part of
face.
his face?
It doesn't grow back. That's just not how it works.
The bones don't they're not like teeth.
No, we're not like sharks where the teeth just keep coming.
Huh.
You be careful with that
did not
jaw.
know
You only
that.
got one, my guy. Unless
I
you're
guess,
you're the monster from Jeepers Creepers, then you have to eat a jaw to get one.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is who am I thinking of? The Mask? Doesn't he get his jaw? Doesn't he get his jaw fucked up or something?
I'm sure he gets his tongue pulled and then it rewinds back in his mouth like a flapping curtain or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace.
Not curtain. What is that called?
What
is that
Hey, we
called?
got cheap viewers in the chat.
Oh, does anyone want to buy some cheap viewers real quick? Cheap views on Streamboo.
I was conscious
I
the
really
whole
appreciate
time.
y'all
and
over here, but we could definitely use some more. If you
We'd
want.
love them, yes.
Just the whole time, and I knew my jaw was gone.
He spent the next 5 weeks in and out of surgery as doctors repaired his larynx and
Give him the thumbs up.
He got a swollen hand. There
Yeah,
too,
I mean, I don't think it was just the jaw.
stabilized his jaw,
Yeah,
with surgeons at the University of Utah performing their first ever jaw-in-a-day surgery using bone and skin from his leg to rebuild the lower part of his face.
I asked for titanium fangs and a titanium jaw so I could bite the bear back.
He's going back for a second round. He's like,
He wants to celebrity deathmatch the bear.
yeah, that rules. I like his attitude.
Yeah,
about,
it's pretty good.
Wanting to go back for blood.
But that wasn't an option.
Through it all, he stayed
I'm sure it
positive.
is. You just
And
gotta
I
talk
believe-
to the right guy.
I believe everything happens for a reason.
Oh, David said no wonder it looks like it's a knee on his face. They took the skin from his leg. That's a good one. But David, be nice. Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you get to be mean to this man.
I believe whether it's good or bad that it's there to teach you a lesson. I was expecting to win the lottery or a sweepstakes, not get attacked by a bear.
It actually looks pretty good. Like,
It doesn't look terrible. It looks like if they one of those really tight goatees that a biker for Trump might have.
sure. Yeah. Do you think it grows facial hair? That's the thing I'm trying to decipher here.
Because
if it's the
I
skin
think
from
that
your
you
leg,
could probably just
do you grow
get it
leg
drawn
hair on your
You can
face?
just talk to Jimmy Levy about it.
Great point.
He knows the guy.
Yeah. Thank goodness, huh? Wow.
And he kept his sense of humor as well. Wildlife officials deemed the bear was not a threat to other people. It was simply protecting its food.
I wasn't making a
We turned
fucking
it-
joke. I'm gonna fucking kill that bear.
Wow. I mean, yeah. So I feel like he's from Montana. He's not from this side. I saw him in another interview, and he was wearing a Bobcats shirt. So I feel like he's a Bozeman guy. So get the hell out of here.
The Grizzlies are gonna get you. That's why he's a fucking.
Now he was a Grizzly fan, and now he's
He's like I'm terrified of them. Actually,
not really interested in
I
that
had to
anymore.
go to Bozeman now.
Wow. So now I thought we'd take a second and lighten things up a little bit. We have a couple loose stories here to tackle. I don't know. Where do you want to start? Do you want to do road rage?
We're gonna lighten up. Yeah, I guess this is back to Cop Watch a little bit.
No, we skipped over this. This is a woman in Delco, Delaware County.
It's sort of like not. Well, you know what? In a way, it is lightening up because someone definitely gets lightened up here. take a load off.
Now, there's a
Sally.
bizarre and nasty road rage incident caught on camera is also catching the eyes of police and social media users.
A Delaware County woman is facing multiple charges after she is seen defecating on a car hood. This was all after an apparent dispute with the driver. NBC 10's Lily Zhang was in Prospect Park as the suspect was taken into custody.
The police chief
They're
for
not going to
Prospect.
show her beefing on the car, I hope. But
Are they
did you
not?
happen to
I mean,
see it?
there are videos of that, but
there is. It's a pretty.
I don't know if we can
gnarly
get away
video.
with that, huh?
No, she doesn't
Park
wipe,
says he has
David. You're
seen
right.
some road
because
rage
there's
cases
no
during
toilet
his
paper
career.
in front of the
Somebody
car.
cuts
They got
someone
it
off,
coming.
then the drivers might get into a heated exchange. Then
Look away
they
if you're
typically drive away.
weak of
But in
heart.
this case on Tuesday, there was a little more to that, and the incident was captured on video by a bystander.
That video, shared thousands of times on Instagram, shows a woman
they
identified
didn't show
Thursday
it.
as Christina Salameto walking to another woman's car. The 44-year-old sits on the hood, or not showing the most graphic part of the video, including when she appeared to defecate on the car.
She did. It was a lot. Like I've
She,
seen
hippo,
I've seen
a
the
hippo
uncensored.
fucking poop.
It was a lot, and it was gross.
Yeah, it kind of came out like a bullhorn.
It was like something you'd see from like Tub Girl, classic.
Yeah, it's definitely lightened her up for sure.
foul behavior.
I know it's being joked about a lot. I know there's all kinds of puns, innuendo. And
Wait, what are the puns? Are there puns about this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone track those down.
and humor online about this, but the bottom line is we are treating it seriously.
Bottom line?
No, it can't happen in this community. No town wants this to happen in their town.
Prospect.
What if there's like a bunch of people doing that? What is he saying? Like that? This isn't going to happen often.
Yeah, it's like what this lady's gonna like the knockout game. Some teenagers are just like, oh, we could I saw this on the news because they keep showing it on the news. Now we're gonna be 40-year-old women who are just like, I gotta take a dump on this guy's fucking car.
That's just not gonna happen, sir.
Park Police Chief David Madonna says it happened by 4th and Madison. Like most people in this neighborhood, police say they too found out about the incident through social media.
I didn't think it was real at first.
We thought it was fake news.
It was hilarious in the same sense. Like,
to
be able to poop on a car like that was impressive.
Wait a second. Did you hear this guy?
Yeah, it rules.
It was real at first.
We thought it was fake news.
It was hilarious in the same sense. Like, to be able to poop on a car like that was impressive, but it was...
Yeah, I'm just a regular guy interested in car defecation.
You'd be able to poop on a car like that.
able to poop on a car like that was impressive, but it was disgusting at the same sense.
Crazy. She had to go.
Christina, do you have a comment? Salameto was brought to the Prospect Park Police Department Thursday in handcuffs,
laughing a little
offering
bit.
no
Yeah.
remarks. She faces a number
Her
of
ass
charges,
itches.
including indecent exposure and depositing waste on a highway.
Whoa, they're stretching the books of the law there.
Ain't no highway. There's a house right there.
Yeah.
Definition a town gets over this kind of thing, it's really unwelcome. We don't want this.
25
Chief
miles an
Madonna
hour on that
says
highway.
with
I
any
don't
road
think
rage
so.
incident, there's always a level of frustration, but never a need for it to escalate.
There's anger.
Shit.
People are in a hurry to get everywhere. Things are certainly tumultuous in our country, to say the least. There's a lot of anger out there, and sometimes this is how it presents itself.
Is he saying this was politically
We gotta pull
motivated?
her.
What are we talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like we gotta pull this woman's voting history.
The
we gotta
hell?
know whose side she's on.
I mean, we don't, officer. Let's just let.
No. We gotta find out if she's a Maha person or a
Well,
MAGA.
clearly her diet is causing her to,
that she could just kind of shoot poop like a fucking like a hippopotamus.
So
On
gross.
command. She's like, you know what? I was gonna wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes for this, and now I don't have to.
All right. Well, these.
But
towns...
also, this is Delaware County, but this is in Philadelphia. Is that right?
I'm unfamiliar. I wonder if Kate's still on. I don't think so. Kate's from
Well, it's
Pennsylvania.
NBC 10.
Philadelphia. Delaware County. Interesting. I don't know. Well, like he said, like that officer said.
I'm just saying it's not their first time with poop on camera in that city.
That's true. Yeah, after the winnings of that and
the Eagles
Super Bowl. Yeah, that officer is right in saying that people are angry right now in this world. The climate's been turned up, almost like a beam coming out of a sword.
An Auburn man is facing 2 felonies accused of attacking his neighbor and her 7-year-old daughter with a lightsaber.
Okay, so we're in Auburn here.
I feel like the last time we checked in on Nebraska, it was like over a game of Monopoly that like went awry, and like a sister shot a brother and a mom or something like that.
Something like that. Things are tense there, and there's not a lot going on. So, well. Let's see what happened.
Nemaha County deputies say 25-year-old Aiden White admitted to striking the woman and her child because he was upset that his rent was going to be erased. Accused the family of keeping their shared thermostat set to high. Deputies describe the lightsaber as a higher quality device, about 3.5 feet long, made of metal and thick plastic, that could cause significant pain and injury. White is due back in court June 3rd.
We're following up on that, right?
Oh yeah.
So this guy probably bought like a weird expensive lightsaber off of Etsy or something, and he's mad that his rent's going up, and he's like, well, you guys keep turning up the heat. Is he at like an upstairs downstairs situation?
Must be. It's a shared heating element.
So he hit the mom and the daughter? Do you think he turned it on first? It's like a threatening noise. That's crazy. What a fun guy.
Yeah, beat up a daughter. Beat up somebody's daughter with a lightsaber.
I want to assault a 7-year-old. Yeah,
crazy.
Well, he is facing 2 felonies for that. That is assault. So
yeah, and for all the wrong reasons, this man's going to fucking jail.
Yeah, you don't want. Listen, like there's 2 things you don't want to have gone to jail, and then you have to.
He
explain.
Thought he was thought he was the rebel, but he was just doing some imperial shit.
They're like, what are you in for? And then he lies and says it's like sexual assault of a minor or something.
He's like,
so they don't kill
well,
him.
whatever they do to those guys is actually much better off than if they find out that I whooped a 7-year-old's ass with a lightsaber.
Oh no. Let's see. Became upset.
It's the Sith one. It's the 2-sided Sith one.
Gets 2, does a little spin kick. He's got that dress on. There's a higher quality device to keep saying. I don't know why. Significant pain injury. Propensity for violent outbursts. He's previously chased a neighbor down the street with an axe. So.
Okay. Well.
Guess it's better than that. This is the light portion of the show.
Light. Light. Right. Yeah, because the lightsaber lights up.
Well, speaking of lights, though, I got this little story. This will be fun.
Welcome back. The FBI is asking for information about people responsible for recent laser incidents. The FBI says planes landing at Spokane and SeaTac airports are seeing a dramatic increase in those incidents.
Do you remember the early 2000s when folks had the laser pointers for the first time?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Do you remember going to movies and people would shine them on the screen?
Oh, I was so pissed when people would do that.
Holy shit. Like, this was a real thing. Like, people were obsessed with laser pointers for like 6 months.
And we just found out that we could get a commercial laser pointer, in middle school.
Oh my God. Obnoxious behavior.
Episode 1, Star Wars, and just kind of like every time Jar Jar Binks comes up on, you just hit him with the blink right on his eye.
Yes, I feel like people were like circling like boobs and stuff like that. They were like,
oh yeah,
get
enough teenage boys with fucking
laser
lightsaber. Let's say
sure. Yeah, I mean,
enough teenage boys with lightsabers versus one gorilla. I don't think so.
No thing. We're talking about Congo, the best movie, right? Now we're talking. Yeah.
Amy's scared of teenager with lightsabers.
See that they should actually do. They should do like an anniversary screening of Congo where you can shoot lasers at the screen, because that would be sick. Was Gary Sinise in that?
Bruce Campbell was.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's a hell of a film. It's one of my favorites. So,
and Gary Sinise kind of looks like Bruce Campbell if you like really.
If you slide a slider back and forth.
Yeah.
Who's in the cast of Congo? Tim Curry. That's who I was thinking. I don't know why I got Tim Curry and Gary Sinise mixed up. But
that makes sense. They kind of got that. They kind of got that devious look.
There's something about that. Yeah, Ernie Hudson, of course, classic role for the Hudster. But yeah, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about laser pointers hitting airplanes. Not good.
Pilots are seeing lasers lighting up and tracking the cockpit.
Look at that.
It's happened in the West Plains area, 9 Mile Falls, Green Bluff, and Hilliard. The FBI points out the lasers pointed at an...
It's a nice one. I think it is doing the kind of the star shape off of the glass, maybe like off of dirty glass. But yeah, very strong green laser pointer coming right in the cockpit of an airplane. You got to have a steady hand to do that.
$250,000 fine, 5 years in prison.
Yeah,
federal offense.
You can't do this. You'd be surprised how many times this has happened, though.
An aircraft can interfere with landing and can increase the risk of injury to flyers. Aiming a laser pointer at an aircraft is a federal offense, and offenders may face 5 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. If you have any leads on the people involved, you can call that number.
Well, we don't need to tattle on anyone.
Yeah, we're not rats here.
We don't do that. But no, I have an article from the FBI, maybe. Let's see. The state of Washington. This is King News again reporting. FBI seeks public's help. Hundreds of cases have been reported. Look at all these fucking guys.
Look at that lightsaber.
Now we're talking. Let's see if we can get something. We got a little truck ad going on first. Then that Sith Lord down there. I guess he got green, so technically he's supposed to be rebel, right? I don't watch the movies, but
I don't know what any of that shit means.
I just know
Purple, Mace Windu, baby.
For multiple people believed to be responsible for laser strikes targeting aircraft in Washington. They're looking into cases in Seattle and Spokane. King 5 Savannah Welch is live at SCA this morning. Savannah, the FBI now turning to the public for help because this is a growing problem with real consequences for pilots.
138 reports since March.
Yeah, Mimi, we're not talking just several cases here. The FAA says there have been hundreds of cases in Washington since March of last year. The FAA says they have 430 reports they're looking at of laser strikes in our area. Again, that's since March of 2024. In Seattle, 61 incidents have been reported so far this year, and that's on track to surpass last year's total of 174. This is all a big jump from 2023's total of 35 cases. Neighborhoods in Seattle where cases have been reported include SeaTac.
Oh, that's an FAA simulation. Never mind. Okay.
White Center, Burien, and West Kent.
Interesting. What were you saying, Jared?
It's been 25 years, so that's probably why all these kids are finding their parents' vintage laser pointers,
pulling out their Nike shoebox and whoa, what's all this about? We've got
what the fuck is it?
Pointing it in their eyes. Garden CD. We've got Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Yeah, no, that's what I call Music Volume 1.
Ooh, yeah, that was a good one. There was one that I had that was off market. Now that's what I call music, called Totally
Hits.
I think that might be it. Is that right?
That sounds kind of familiar.
Totally Hits album. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that right?
You were right. So I had this one. I'm sure I had the other as well. Now that's what I call music, but this was pretty good. Totally Hits had
what do we have? What's the playlist?
It's TLC No Scrubs, Monica Angel of Mine, Someday by Sugar Ray, Santana Smooth featuring Rob Thomas, of course. God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You by NSYNC, Cher, Believe, Madonna, Ray of Light, 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies, but the final track, this is the one that I used to get hyped for. Kid Rock's Ba with a Ba.
You also love the LFO too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge LFO fan.
Ba with the ba, the bang, the bang, diggy, diggy, diggy.
It's funny to end with that because it's got like a long intro. You know, it seems like if you were playlisting that, you would have to start with it or make it like your middle transition song. You know, there's no way you end with that.
Oh, I don't know, man, because it's so hype. Like if Sarah McLachlan's Angel plays and you're like, I'm weeping. Next song plays is Ba with the Ba, and it's like, hey, cheer up, you little fucking idiot, because it's about to get real in here. Joe C's about to flip you off.
That's true. I mean, that's all he does, though. He gives you the middle finger.
Kind of his move. Yeah, it's sort of. I don't think he sings in that one.
I don't.
The one that he sings on is the one where they talk about how they like underage girls together.
Yeah.
So.
Rest in peace, Joe C. Oh, that's not good. So
yeah, kind of rough. It was for that Osmosis Jones soundtrack.
Oh God,
I don't know if you remember that, but
I don't actually. But I'm familiar with the movie. I was unfamiliar that it had a killer soundtrack.
Yeah, well, and they wrote a song for it, and it's they declare that they like underage women in the song.
God, that's bad. I don't like that.
They went ahead and made a music video for it and pushed that as well.
That's not
like
good.
on the DVD for the movie.
No, that's not okay to do. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's real.
Wow. Okay. Well, speaking of real, it sounds like we're getting rid of the penny, right? Pennies are out.
What am I going to put in my mouth now?
Great point.
To beat the DUI,
of course, before you're blowing the breathalyzer. Well, it's okay. Nickels still exist in, until recently, a whole bunch of...
don't beat the test, so...
Maybe. Dimes did. Let's hope they recovered all these, because this is a lot of dimes.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of loose change just spilled out onto a highway in North Texas.
Uh-oh.
This happened when an 18-wheeler overturned early yesterday morning. It shut down the road. Police say that the driver of the
Wait, were they just loose in the back of this truck?
Truck just veered off the road and tried to overcorrect.
Like they were just going to dump it. Oh, they got the vacuum out here?
They're sucking these dimes out of the grass.
Fucking crazy.
And the scattered currency, 8 million dimes in the middle of the street.
So if you are doing the math in your head, that's $800,000. The driver and passenger are going to be okay. No wonder, no word if their wages will be garnished for some of the dimes.
All right. So that's.
Here, I'm going to send this to the chat just so you can see it real quick.
Sure. Yeah. What do we got here?
The Dark Lyrics from Childhood Songs number 14.
Oh,
Cool Daddy Cool by Kid Rock, 2001.
From the Osmosis Jones
For the Osmosis Jones soundtrack.
Jesus, here we go.
Young ladies, I like them underage. See, some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory.
All right.
There's Joe C.
Yeah, Joe C.
Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory.
All right, then there's Chris Hansen coming in there.
So anyway, just saying that's your boy Kid Rock. That's the president's buddy boy.
The guy who says it's mandatory.
It's mandatory doing statutory.
Yeah.
And that he likes them underage.
Well, he said it. So. That's what he said in a children's... Well, is Osmosis Jones a children's movie?
Yeah. It's a cartoon. It's for kids. It's PG. It's rated PG.
Speaking of kids,
it's DreamWorks, I think.
Kids are always fucking up, Jared.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid, dude. Big dumb fucking kids.
Well, a Kentucky mom
dumb ass kid.
She hadn't exactly bargained for stacks of boxes of lollipops.
And it turns out the sweet surprise was ordered by her young son while he played on her phone.
I'm going to take it back. I think kids are wonderful. By the way, my sister had another baby, which is very exciting.
Oh, congrats, Uncle B.
Yep, 2. I'm a double uncle right now. So.
Double unk. Okay.
Unkin big.
Congrats, dude.
But this dumbass kid. Or too many suckers.
You're gonna have to do this to your sister and just start ordering this shit.
Do a prank and blame it on
showing the link right here. We're just gotta get 70,000 of them.
All right,
400 at a time. Trying to cancel.
Okay, sorry, I'm clicking wrong.
Young son while he played on her phone.
Holly LaFavor says she tried to cancel her 8-year-old boy's Amazon order for about 70,000 dumb suckers. But apparently it was too late. The online retail giant delivered 22 cases of the lollipops right to her home.
God, that's so fucking
He wanted to
funny.
have a carnival, and he was ordering the dum-dums as prizes for his carnival. So
I like her wallpaper shirt. What's your favorite Dum Dum flavor?
Well, I can't do the red stuff, so give me any of them green kinds.
Wait, you
like
can't
the
do
green
the red
apple.
stuff. Are you like allergic to it?
Yeah. Do you remember when I had the grimace shake and I was driving in traffic and then my throat started to close up a little bit?
Yeah, that was weird. And you,
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Shouldn't do it.
well, then stay away from it. I mean, I feel like I'm reading the flavors right now. None of these are really standing out to be terribly good. I mean, mango.
I had a birthday cake flavored one the other day that was.
They do have
weird.
sugar cookie, they have banana split, root beer, butterscotch, punch. I think was probably pretty okay.
I can't do the punch.
Yeah, because of the red. But
red kind. Any of those other ones sound fine.
Grape caramel. What do you get them at the bank? Is that the only place you get a Dum Dum?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
They're kind of weird too. Like they're soft now. Maybe it's because I'm in Texas and like things just don't
They get
really
old.
stand
There's
up
a lot of
against the heat,
humidity.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just aren't like crisp anymore. You know, I've got a Tootsie Pop tattoo on me.
Oh,
but,
really? Oh, you got the star, the shooting star one.
Yeah.
So grape, orange,
And
lemon,
those
lime, fruit
even, I
punch.
think, have
So the mystery is the
similar
interesting one. I don't know. I feel like this is like something a lot of folks know. The mystery is when they're changing flavors, they wrap like a certain number as mystery, so they don't have to clean the machine between flavors, which is kind of a cool.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no mysteries are the same for the most part, but it's kind of a fun idea.
Sour apple. I fuck with the sour apple.
All right.
What is
yeah.
this?
Watermelon.
We'll go back to the peach mango. I fuck with that.
Yeah, it could be good. Blue raspberry, I feel like you see a lot of those. I'm not really interested.
Yeah,
Cotton candy,
cotton
too
candy.
sweet.
Cream soda, I do like that one.
Yeah,
Butterscotch
wow.
is probably fine.
Well, how many do you want to
Cherry-
buy off of this kid, huh?
Well, none, because his mom seems to want them all in her house, or else she would have let him do the carnival. So
again, he was being friendly. He was being kind to his friends.
Yeah, LaFavor says her account said she owed about
anyway,
$4,000
we're
for
losing the
order.
apartment.
Yeah, our son is throwing us into bankruptcy unless
He
we
is
move
a
these.
dumb. So
She also learned that 8 more cases from the order were unaccounted for.
A trip to the post office showed that those cases were returned to the sender, according to LaFavors. And after some effort, she says her money has been returned.
They aren't impressed with the work that they've done today. They're like, really?
Nah, this is a slow news day here.
The whereabouts of that 8-year-old?
Somebody, if that were my mom or my dad, I would have been in some serious trouble. $4,000?
That's a lot of lollipops.
All right. Great work.
2,300 lollipops per case is like a pretty good.
Yeah, I was thinking about buying some to put in orders. Why not? It's a pretty good deal.
What are you, Sweetwater?
Did they do that? Polyvinyl does
They put in-
Airheads.
Oh, I like that. The Sweetwater ones do like sometimes you'll get the little like cool strawberry, like hard candy, chewy candy on the inside.
Like the ones that look like strawberries on the wrapper. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are like casino candies. Those aren't like
Yeah,
real
those are
candies.
Grandma's got a bunch of them for some reason.
Yeah. So we got the lollies, we got the dimes. Is that all the?
Should we get fucked up on anything else? What do we got that's fucked up?
I think that's all of my palate cleansers. So, it's time for us.
I guess we gotta get fucked up.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
And we gotta do some fucked up stuff to you now.
Well, we have one kind of darker story. I have one that I titled "Vibe Killer," and I don't think we're gonna do that. But we're just gonna.
That might be the fucked up one.
No, you wanted. You see your click. Are you clicking on it?
Yeah, I looked. I was like, no.
I don't think we need to do that. Everyone's having a good night. Let's end it with this. It's a little Bryan Kohberger update. The alleged killer of what is it? The oh my gosh, what's the road?
Idaho friend.
University of Idaho murders, but King Road killer. Yeah.
Okay.
Described in court documents until now.
This video, obtained exclusively by Dateline, shows a white car on King Road in Moscow, Idaho on November 13th, 2022. At the wheel, the state will allege, was Bryan Kohberger, making repeated passes near a house where minutes later 4 students were stabbed to death. Kohberger has pleaded not guilty to all charges. This and other materials from our trusted sources, presented now for the first time in public, are part of a digital trail from before and after the murders of students Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Materials like records from Kohberger's cell phone in the possession of law enforcement now, showing the phone calls he made shortly after the murders to a phone linked to his parents.
Early.
Just before he took a now infamous thumbs-up selfie.
So we got ourselves a nice little Kohberger selfie. He looks like a straight up ghoul. Is he in a bathroom? What's he doing?
Yeah, he doesn't look great in there.
No. This is like a weekend. He's up at 6 a.m. doing selfies in a full button up shirt with off-brand earpods. What are these?
Yeah, I was trying to the JBLs, these big old boys.
Yeah, those are
hanging
honkers hanging out. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And Google searches regarding serial killers, including Ted Bundy, and searches for a particular kind of pornography. His searches include the words forced, passed out, drugged, sleeping. Does that mean anything to you?
Interesting, isn't it? These are all themes of power, domination, and control.
After the murders, investigators discovered a sheath from a K-bar knife apparently left by the killer in one of the victim's beds. DNA found on that sheath has been linked to Bryan Kohberger. Dateline was the first to report that Kohberger bought a K-bar knife 7 months before the murders.
Sure did.
And now we've obtained records showing that after the murders, Kohberger was back on Amazon looking at K-bars.
Yeah, he's trying to replace it to make it look like he hadn't lost his.
He even clicked Buy Now and began the checkout process before exiting. Kohberger's trial is scheduled for August.
He didn't do it.
Come on.
This guy didn't do it.
He got set up, dude.
Yeah, they're railroading this guy.
What's his name here? Donnie Moscow or something like that. He
was not Donnie Moscow. Come on.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So I was gonna here's the information surrounding his selfie here. So data shows his phone was briefly back in Moscow just after 9 a.m. before prosecutors say he returned to his apartment in Pullman, where he took a selfie at 10:31 with a thumbs up. So it wasn't as early. The phone call to his parents was at 6 in the morning, but. Yeah, he turned off his phone at 3 a.m. Do you turn your phone off when you go to bed and then turn it back on at 4:48?
At 4:48, yeah, I wake up to make sure I turn it on again.
That totally makes sense.
My alarm goes off at 6:30.
He didn't do it.
Just in case.
He didn't
Just
do
in
it.
case.
The days after the murders.
Yeah, it died, dude. The phone was dead, bro.
So
I had to sleep for a little bit.
Yeah, and I didn't go to bed. Of course, I watched it.
No, I did. No, I did.
God.
But I have such a good internal clock that I was able to wake up before my alarm was supposed to go off. 4:48 a.m. Turn that thing back on. Put the 6:30 alarm on. Made it to work. 10 minutes to spare.
Call my folks.
Bought a K-bar on the way there.
K-bar for the road.
Yeah. It's like y'all get kolache or like a breakfast taco. I get a K-bar.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I thought it was a protein bar. Stupid. So dumb.
Well, I had some of those granolas, man. They're sharp. I'll tell you that now. So I didn't know what I was doing.
So this didn't stand out too much to me. So in the days after the murders, his browsing activity on his phone was like University of Idaho murders, which I gotta tell you, like anything that happens around here, I'm usually like looking into it immediately. And if that makes me a suspect, that's bad. Like that's not good.
Yeah, not great.
But
look at his dad down here.
Yeah, his dad was like,
"Hey, say what? What are they saying,
this
Brian?"
Guy's so scared.
Yeah. His butthole puckered real quick, and his dad's like, "Say what now?"
Other searches were for Ted Bundy and YouTube videos about the King Road victims, which is, I don't know. That's tough to say. Like, I mean, I would immediately search the names of missing people or murdered people in town if that happened. Of course I would. But But I'm a true crime podcaster, so.
Sometimes you get weird ones like the guys who melted the body down the street from your house.
Yeah, that wasn't great. That meth couple who killed someone and then tried to melt them in a Tupperware. Yeah, not great.
Right.
Not good.
I think that was national news too. Actually.
Yeah, it was popping off. They tore that building down quickly. It's a duplex now.
They built something on top of it.
Yeah, they did.
Haunted.
Well, I mean, I did do. I think in our EVP episode of Frightday, I did an EVP session over there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, old episode. Dig it up, but. Yeah, what else? I feel like there's one other thing that I thought, this is the selfie I liked. Selfie taken from his phone on December 28th.
Going to the Skull and Bones Club.
So this is the weirdest one. So
I'm Assassin's Creed, all of them.
It was here it is. Okay. They searched his phone and found more videos of Ted Bundy, the song Criminal by Britney Spears. And additional selfies, including him.
He had one downloaded song.
This him wearing a hoodie. How Bundy dressed in a program that he viewed on YouTube. So he's trying to look like a Ted Bundy picture, which is kind of interesting. Criminal by Britney Spears. I don't think I know that song. You ever heard that one?
No, I was actually just looking for it myself.
See if we can get DMCA'd real quick.
And he's a sucker with a gun.
We gotta keep talking over this, or else we're gonna get in trouble.
He is a hustler. He's no good at all.
There's a little assault going on here.
Hiya! Hiya!
Okay. All right. Getting him good.
Come on, save Brittany.
You okay?
Yeah.
Save her.
Wait.
2011 Femme Fatale.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Do you know this song? I don't think I do.
Yeah. No. I don't know, but I'm gonna sing along to it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're only talking, so we don't get dinged.
I'm just gonna go ahead and sing it wrong.
Okay.
He is a hustler. He is a hustler. He is no good at all. He's a loser. He's a bum.
He's a bum. Okay, so tell me about what the rest of
my bum is on the plane. My bum is on the plane.
We have to admit that was unlistenable, and we should apologize.
No, it is, and I will sing the rest of it. He lies. He bluffs. He's unreachable or unreliable even. He is a sucker with a gun.
Interesting. So this is kind of.
I know you told me I should stay away.
Oh, here it is. This is the line,
I know
though.
You said he's just a dog astray.
I like this line. He is a villain by the devil's law. He is a killer just for fun. That man's a snitch and unpredictable. He's got no conscience. He's got none. He's a bad boy with a tainted heart. What? Imagine how big of a fucking loser you have to be. No offense, Brittany, for what I'm about to say, but to reference Britney Spears' song "Criminal," like lay in bed, Patrick Bateman style, eyes closed, shirt off, listening to "Criminal" by Britney Spears, humming along to "He's a villain by the devil's law. He's a killer just for fun." What a loser.
Yeah, this guy stinks.
Oh my god.
Just flicking his K-bar in his teeth, picking the beans out.
Oh god. When he was arrested, he asked the officer about his education and suggested that they get coffee at a later date. What a loser.
Do you think he was asking the officer on a date?
That's interesting. If it is a female officer, I would be curious. Uh-oh. Now they're saying he has autism? All right. No death penalty for the autistic. Wonderful. This is some loser shit. This is wild stuff.
This guy sucks, dude.
He does suck, but you know what? I had a great night. Had a really wonderful time.
Yeah. So if you're lonely, you know I'm here waiting for you.
Great, sir.
Start singing that shit again.
It's been a wonderful time spending this Friday night with all the folks tuning in live at live.frightday.com. Jared, no Dennis. We didn't even mention his goddamn name. It's like he's not he's not even a person.
Yeah, we like that guy still a lot.
Yeah, busy guy.
We haven't written him off season 3.
No,
happy birthday, David.
Yeah, happy birthday, David. Thanks, Corey, for hanging out. Well, Lindsay, DeVary, Siggy Pudding. You guys are the best. Alicia was there. Our mod, Kate. Shout out to everyone who spent the night with us. But until next week, when we'll clearly have more sickos to discuss and bodies to
stack.
All right. We'll see you later. Have a great night. Sleep well and stay scared.
I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shadow away from you.
You've been listening to an Audio Wool original, produced by Byron McKoy. Theme music is provided by Yawns. For more programs like this, visit audiowool.co.